Okay, now that we've created the part of the application that runs in the browser, we need to create a piece that will sit on the server side and get the data and information from the user. And that needs to be called specimen servlet because that's what I called it here. So just so I don't fat finger it, I'm going to copy it. And now I need to create a servlet. So I'm going to right click on the project and say new and go to other. And in the web folder, there's an item called Servlet. I'm going to click on that and say next. And then paste the name of my servlet so the form action will match the name of the servlet, and say next and finish. And this will appear. And one thing you might notice is that you get some errors under the import Java X. When that happens, don't panic. We just need to add the package, the library that contains the servlet. So right click on the project name and go all the way to the bottom to properties. And under libraries, you'll see different libraries that can be added, and click on the add library button. And I'm going to pick Jakarta EE8 API library. Say OK and OK. And it'll think for a second, and now it knows what JavaX is. While I'm right here, I'm going to do two more imports. I'm going to import javax.star, and I'm going to import javax.servlet.star, just so they can be, I don't have to continue to add packages in there. If you scroll down, you'll see a method called process request. It has two parameters, the request and response. And basically the request is what comes in, the response is what gets sent out. And there's even a sample comment and a little bit of sample code here. So I'm going to remove the sample code, and that's from the try all the way down to the matching close bracket. And I'm just going to delete it. And I'm going to put my own code in. Copy that. And if I paste it here. So what does this code do? So as I mentioned before, in the parameter, the request is anything coming in. So all the data that the user enters in the screen will be in the request. And if you do get parameter and give it the name, if that name matches the input name, so here I have one both called weight, then this request.getParameterWeight will become the value that the user entered in the form. So that's how we can get data from the user's web page to our server. And what I'm going to do is just print it on the screen. So I have system.out.println, and I'm going to get all of the forms. And then once I print them all to the screen, I'm going to just call the JSP again. So it'll just kind of run in a loop. And this here is my Glassfish server log. So that's where the values will get printed. So if I did everything correctly, I'm going to do right click, clean build. And once that's done, I'm going to click run. Here's my menu. So I click add turtle specimen. I enter a weight, length, health, good, maybe Diamondback, Deep Creek Lake, and I click save. Notice the form comes back, and if I go to the server log, weight was 5, length was 10, health was good, breed was DB, and location was DCL. So the data that's entered from the user on the web page is sent and received on the server tier. And I can do it again. I can say 9, 9, poor. And I scroll down, 9, 9, poor, etc. So now we know how to build a web page that can get data from a user and pass it to the server. So that's kind of the first step in building our enterprise architecture.